One of the things I like to talk to patients about after they receive prolotherapy is what exactly are you eating? And are you doing everything you can to maximize healing in your body? There are some top things that people need to avoid. And it's not all about what you can't eat, but these are some of the things that we see often at Caring Medical. First of all, do you weigh too much? If your joints are having to support a lot of excess weight, it's time to make some changes. So you need to stop eating as much as you're eating. So that's number one. If you put excess weight on your knees or on your hips, it's only going to produce more stress to your body. So first of all, try to get to a normal weight. Are you eating processed foods? What I mean by that is, are you eating out at fast food restaurants? Are you buying foods that come in some kind of microwavable container and you're just shoving it in the microwave for a couple minutes and ripping the top off and sitting down in front of the TV and eating that? If you are, that's not what I call real food. So you need to get rid of the processed food and start choosing fresh foods. Another thing that the body has to fight when you're eating those kinds of things is chemicals. There's all sorts of dyes, chemicals, MSG. These kind of things actually create a lot of stress on the body. So you want to eliminate those things so your body doesn't have to fight those things. The other thing that people often eat too much of is sugar and other related sweeteners. I don't know if you've ever looked at a package of gum. There's 5 different types of sweeteners in one piece of gum. It's kind of ridiculous. So really, if you can train your body not to want so much sweetness and to like more savory types of food, things like vegetables and like a tomato-y kind of thing versus a sugary kind of thing, that would be much healthier for your body. So, but back to sugar, when you're talking about sugar, sugar is sugar, whether it's fructose, whether it's natural sugar, any of those kinds of things, they're sugar. So if you want to maximize healing, you want to try to avoid a lot of excess sweets. Now, some people really, really crave sweets, and they're consuming many things throughout the day. Some of our patients consume the equivalent of a 2-liter bottle of soda as they consume their soda all day long. It could be diet or regular. Either one of them, they're not good. So if you're that type of person, you need to eliminate those things from your diet. Things like soda, Gatorade, sweetened teas, all of those kinds of things. It's just way too much sugar. Not good for your healing and not good for your overall health. Eventually, those kinds of things catch up with you and you end up having metabolic syndrome and can develop diabetes and heart disease and other things later in life. So it's not only good for healing, it's good for your overall health. In addition to sugar, you want to avoid things that are just simple carbs that really don't have a lot of nutritional value. So things like white bread, white rice, white pasta. Those things are always great tasting, but they're not really nutritionally dense. So you want to try to avoid those things and substitute things like fresh vegetables, whole grains such as quinoa, couscous, those kinds of things. One of the other things that happens a lot to people who have poor diets is that they eat out a lot. So some of our patients actually tell us that they eat out all 3 meals. They'll stop at a coffee place, get their large coffee with a whole bunch of sweetener added to it and some kind of pastry or bagel or something like that. And then lunchtime they're either at the vending machine, they don't eat anything, or they'll just go to a fast food restaurant, and then on their way home from work, they're picking up something else and eating it in front of the TV. Those things just accelerate bad nutritional status. So you want to maximize your healing by eating fresh foods, which involves going to the grocery store and actually purchasing food, putting in your refrigerator and learning how to cook and cooking it at home. And I'm not being facetious here, I'm telling you that this is the way that you need to change your habits. You need to change from doing those kinds of things and get back to eating fresh food. And you might say, well, it's only me, I'm by myself, or it's just me and my spouse, and there's only 2 people, I don't really like cooking, it's just too much work. Well, it doesn't have to be a lot of work. You could check out our Hauser diet book that we have here at the office. There's a lot of great recipes there. Or even just Google whatever you have in your refrigerator. Do you have chicken and broccoli and you want to make something? Google recipe for chicken and broccoli. And that's how you start learning to cook. It doesn't have to be hard. You just have to have some ingredients on hand and you can easily start making fresh foods at home. This will help you maximize your healing from your prolotherapy and also improve your overall health. And when you think about avoiding these types of foods and eating fresh and caring about what you put into your body, you're not only helping heal your body during the prolotherapy treatment, but you're helping your body either avoid getting diseases or you're helping your body get rid of diseases. We've seen so many patients here who come for a prolotherapy treatment, say to their knee or to their elbow, and then we start discussing their diet, and they make these kinds of changes. They stop eating junk food, processed food, they learn how to cook, eat fresh food, and voila, amazing, their adult onset diabetes is gone. Their heart disease has reversed. They no longer have high blood pressure. So your health depends on eating proper foods and putting in the fuel that your body needs. So you can never underestimate the power that food has on healing after prolotherapy as well as on your overall health. Food sensitivities or allergies are pretty common these days, and the top things that we see at Caring Medical are people with sensitivities to dairy, specifically cow's milk, gluten, and that would be grain products, and eggs. So those are the top three. And if you feel that food may be a component to an allergy-related symptom, you could have a lot of sinus trouble, you may have itchy ears, you may always have that clogged voice thing going on, or even just GI disturbances, or even sometimes a skin rash. If you want to just try out to see if it's related to those top three things, you could eliminate those things from your diet and just see, do any of my symptoms improve? And amazingly enough, often you'll see symptoms improve.